controversy out there right now over the NBA All-Star Game. There are a lot of NBA players that are upset that the All-Star Game is currently scheduled, I believe, for March 7th or thereabouts in Atlanta. Look, this is an easy answer. Why does the NBA All-Star Game exist? For money. Why is the NBA playing the All-Star Game? For money. Let's not pretend it's anything other than an attempt to make as much money as they possibly can off of the NBA, which has lost a ton of money over the last year and change in terms of their ability to play this game. And so the NBA All-Star Game is going on. There are lots of players that are out there speaking out against this idea of actually playing the game. I kind of think that they should play the game, right? This is not going to shock any of you. I'm in favor of getting back to normalcy as quickly as we possibly can in the world of sports and beyond. Let me give you an example. My kids are playing basketball now in the state of Tennessee. They just announced that basically anybody can come watch games now. So before that, it was just your immediate family. So I'm excited to take my parents to go watch my son play basketball tomorrow. By the way, my 75-year-old parents just got their vaccine today. They said it went super smooth. My mom and my dad, and I think as more and more people who are 75 and up, who by far are the people that have had the biggest issue with COVID, are vaccinated, that the numbers, which are already coming down precipitously, are going to continue to decline, the number of new COVID cases. And the reason why I think that's happening, the reason why I think we're going to have fans in the stands in a big way, not just 25% capacity, but near full capacity in the summer and by the fall, is because we also are getting the benefit now, whether people want to admit it or not, of herd immunity. We vaccinated around 30 million people. Conservatively, around 120 million people in the United States have already had COVID, and that might be low. That's about 4 times what the number is of confirmed cases right now. And so why is that significant? Remember, the CDC said at one point that over half of everybody out there had already, 10 times as many people had actually had COVID as had tested positive for it. Well, if you take a relatively conservative 120 million have had it, and then you add the 30 million that have had the vaccine already, we're approaching half of the United States population either having already had COVID or having had the vaccine. I think that's why we're starting to see the numbers drop precipitously. We know that in the summer, the numbers are going to dive even more because people spend more time outside instead of being cooped up in cold weather enclosures. And so I am very optimistic that we're going to get back to normalcy in the world of sports sooner rather than later. And that's why I also think the NBA All-Star Game should be played. I think getting back to normalcy sooner rather than later makes sense.